You guys, how's everybody doing? So, I kind of wanted to just have a random chat with you guys. I just want to have a sit and chat today. Um, I'm trying to motivate myself to get stuff done. Because I kind of gave myself a break to just chill and just do some things that I wanted to do. And just gave myself a week break away from responsibilities. It was a nice vacation. But vacation's over with. So there's a couple things that I just wanted to chat about. I just kind of feel like I'm sitting around with my girlfriends and we're just having a chat. So how are you guys doing? How's everything? Are you guys ready for summertime? If you live in colder climates, I'm so ready for spring. I can't wait to plant my garden. I'm just ready. I'm not ready for hot weather, but I'm ready for warm weather. So I'm still not ready to talk about everything on here. Like I said, if you're on Instagram, you kind of have an idea what's going on. But I don't know. I'm just not ready to really get into that stuff here on YouTube. But I still wanted to have a chat. I've been thinking a lot lately, and one day I was reading my Bible, and right now I'm in Ezra. Yeah, I'm in Ezra. And as I've just been reading my Bible lately and stuff, I've been just pondering so many things, just thinking about so many things, and one of the things that I really have been thinking about and really have been questioning myself about is in any point in my relationship with God, did I replace my passion for a particular type of Christianity for my passion for Jesus? And I've just been spending a lot of times just putting things into perspective and just getting myself in line and making sure that, we all want to represent our team. We all want to represent the things we stand for. We want to, represent our churches, our doctrine. And sometimes that can lead to passionate about this doctrine, passionate about this title of a church, passionate about these rules, passionate about all these things besides Jesus. And I've just been looking back on things and really looking into my life and into my walk and really seeking and saying, God, has my passion been about you? Have I been on fire passionate for you? Or have I been on fire passionate about a doctrine? And that could really throw your relationship with God way off track. So that's something that I've been thinking about and just really, I've been really just seeking stuff out and really just, sometimes it's good to just sit down and ask yourself questions to really see what you believe. Is this something that I walk because I believe, or is this something that I walk because this is, I guess, what I feel like I'm supposed to do? Do I really have a passion about what I'm doing, or am I just passionate about my particular brand of church? Am I just passionate about my standards? Because like I said, I didn't want to get into all this stuff, but the church as a whole, God actually, in His Word, even warns about being vain. being vain, being prideful. But you could be just as vain about keeping standards and just as prideful about keeping standards as you can about wearing makeup or anything else. And so I guess I feel like God has just really given me a second chance to step back and step away from what I've perceived or what I was taught and really look at things for myself and really study things for myself, study the word for myself, asking questions, really seeking the Lord for myself. Because I'm like, did I really study to show myself approved? Or did I just study through a lens? So it's been so good for me. It's been so good for me to actually search out for myself, to actually to slow down and ask questions, asking myself, what am I doing this for? What am I, we don't ever get to go to church because of health reasons, but what am I going to church for? What am I doing this for? What am I portraying these characteristics for? What am I fighting for? Is it for a person? Is it so that I can fit in, so I won't be judged? Or is it because I'm in love with Jesus? And as I look back on a lot of this stuff, I see that there's a lot of places in my life that even though, yes, I love God with all my heart. But so much of what I had done in years past is I was diehard passionate about the things that I believed in instead of the God that I believed in, if that makes sense. I was diehard passionate about nobody's gonna cut my hair. I'm never gonna cut my hair. I was like, and I put all of my passion into these things instead of being just so passionate about God. Oh Lord, just speak to me. I want to be obedient to you, not because I'm afraid of hell, but because I love you. I want to honor you with my everything. And the more I sit back and the more I ask questions and the more I really just become real with myself. I really have gotten real with myself lately and just have been asking God, reveal my own heart to me. Reveal my own heart to me. Show me what I'm passionate about, and if any of it is misaligned, help me to focus on you. And this has been such a good thing. This whole journey, even though it's been difficult, it's been so good for me. Because now I don't take reading the scripture as doing homework. I don't just read the passages I know that encourage me, which is good to be encouraged by the Bible. But I really am reading the word through fresh eyes and just seeing things I've never really seen before. And so it's like being a child in the faith again. And it is the sweetest time that I've had in such a long time with God, approaching him as a child and just learning and almost getting to know him all over again, without false expectations, without all of these boundaries. I feel like I finally stepped into that holy place with him. if you understand where I'm at. So I would just ask you guys to do the same thing, to really, I'm not saying look outside of God. I would never look outside of God, but really just sit down and just evaluate what you believe and match it up to the word. And really be honest with yourself and ask yourself, am I passionate about my brand of Christianity? Am I passionate about these standards and this and this and this? Am I prideful about this and this and this? Or am I passionate about God? Am I passionate about loving Him? What are my motives? And to ask yourself, ask God the hard questions. Don't be afraid to ask God hard questions, because He's the one with all the answers. And now that I have reassessed, reevaluated my life and my walk with Christ, and I've seen areas where I lean too much on outward things than just to lean upon God, I feel like I'm getting to know Him so much more. It's even a more personal relationship than I've ever experienced. It's even a deeper relationship, and it's growing. It's still growing. Every day is still growing. Every day there's still things that He's teaching me and showing me, and my mind is being expanded. And I never, ever, ever again want to put God in a box. I never want to put God in a box. I want to, keep my perception of God within the foundation of the Bible. But I don't ever want to put Him in a box. My cats are acting up. So that's what I've been focusing on this week. It's kind of what I've been up to. I am in so much of a better place. And it's good. I still have lots of work to do. But I'm really taking the time out to work on me and fixing me. And it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. So now I want to talk about other things, other parts of my life, if y'all want to hear it. So I have fallen off the wagon with my diet. And I'm not just saying, oh, I want to lose weight, so I'm on a diet. It's because of my heart issues. I've really just, no. I did so good. I didn't eat sugar for over a year. And now I'm way addicted. I went off of it for about a month again in October. And now it's crazy. I eat it all the time. And that's gotta stop, because I feel health-wise, I feel tired and sluggish, and I don't want to do nothing. I'm sleepy all the time. Well, that could be because I had to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning for a phone interview. And it's I know my health has to change. So, my niece, it was selling this really good Sarah's candy. And I've been craving, when I was younger, there was these people near us that made this candy. It was so good. This chocolate was so good. The Peeps were so good. They were like chocolate Peeps. And they made an egg that you slice the egg, you keep it in the refrigerator, and you eat it. It has peanut butter, chocolate egg. And I've been craving one for years, but could never find one. So these people had one. So I was like, okay, well, I got that and some caramels. I'm probably going to eat some of the caramels that I got and give some to Rocky and whoever. but that egg is mine. I'm going to eat that egg. But then afterwards, when it's all gone, I need to just have a separate cupboard from Rocky, because which he's gained weight. Rocky's gained weight. I'm so excited about that. But I need to keep a separate cupboard, which is what I did when I went off sugar for a year, and just keep like my healthy snacks. And then it's just putting in the work. If I put in the work to make my own snacks, to separate like some trail, like healthy trail mix in bags, and have some carrots in some bags with some healthier ranch dip. If I pre-make snacks for myself, then I'm not going to grab for the Twinkies or all of the other stuff. So it is a lot more work, but it's so worth it because I feel amazing when I'm eating the way that I should be eating. So I'm slowly just backing myself away from the sugar. And then I figure, because I was like, oh, I'll have it on the weekends, and then during the week, no, I can't do it. So it's either all or none for me, basically. Like, I will still have sugar, like, on my wedding anniversary, on my birthday, and my husband's birthday. So, like, 3 times a year I'll have some sugar, but I'll make sure to make myself some good treats so that I don't feel like I'm depriving myself. And then, of course, in the summertime, it's so much easier because I have all those fresh fruits, and I could eat fresh fruit all day. Like, I could eat that instead of chocolate. If you would give me watermelon and chocolate, I'm going to pick the watermelon. I love fruit. So spring, summertime is a lot easier. It's the hardest at wintertime. But if I just actually prepare and make some like sugar-free, or like with my healthy sugar pies and stuff, it'll be better. And I still don't want to eat a ton of that stuff, but so I have that going on. And I'm at my desk right now. I'm going to sit down and just make a plan. I want to have goals. So I'm going to sit down and just, I think I already told you guys about those goals that I'm working towards, about those focuses that I'm working towards. And so for my health focus, I'm going to sit down and make some goals. I'm going to sit down and, come up with some recipes and actually write them out and actually do my meal planning again, which I let go. If this is my thing, okay? If I'm on a routine, I am golden. Like, if I form a routine and I keep it up, I am golden. But as soon as one thing breaks that routine, I'm done. Like, I have to start all over again, building that routine up. And that's part of I don't want to call that issue, just, it's part of one of my things. It's just one of my things that I deal with. So I'm going to try to sit down and come up with I don't want to be too extreme on myself and just cut off everything, because that is not successful at all. But I really want to sit down and come up with just a plan. If I can just get myself in a routine of eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which in the summertime is hard, because when it comes to the summertime, I don't really like to eat during the day because it's just too hot. And then I eat like crazy at nighttime, which is not good. But I need to just, even if I just eat fruit during the day and then have dinner. But I need to sit and plan all this stuff out. I need to make sure that I have there's some canned fruit that I like. Pineapples actually is really one of the only canned fruits that I like. And certain fruit cocktails that aren't bad, that aren't like putting all that sugar crap. But I love canned pineapples. Love them. And I use the juice to make like a sweet and sour sauce from my stir fry. So I'm going to, stock up on some canned pineapples so that I can keep them in the fridge and I can just snack on that. Because the thing is once my body detoxes, I feel amazing. Like, I feel amazing. My asthma gets better. I've actually, when I went off sugar for the year, my asthma went away. It totally went away. My skin's clear. My allergies get better when I'm off of sugar. As you can tell, they've been crazy about my eyes. All of that stuff gets better when I go off of sugar. It's just disciplining myself enough to give it up. I need to see if I can find a group of people who, don't eat sugar, or at least an accountability partner, somebody that's willing to partner with me, and actually stick to it. Like, I don't want somebody to have to push me all the time, and I don't want to have to push somebody else all the time. Of course, there's going to be times where you're like, had a bad day. Oh, I ate sugar today. I'm not going to oh, how dare you, but just lovingly accountability partners. So if you're looking to eat healthy, or to give up sugar, and you want an accountability partner, hey, this girl right here needs an accountability partner. So I want to focus on that. And then my hope is that by giving up the sugar and the processed foods, I'm going to feel amazing and a lot more motivated, and then I'm going to be able to get some projects that I need to get done around the house. And then I will have more time to just journal and create and do fun things, and set up a journaling Bible, so that once a week we can get together and Bible journal on here or wherever. And so I have plans, and the way that I've kind of set up my goal is so that I can do this thing, so that I can do this thing, so that I can so I make a food plan so that I can eat healthier. I come up with recipes so that I can make some snacks for the week, so that it can help me wean off the sugar and off of the stuff that I should not be eating. So then I will feel better and have more energy to get more stuff done. So it all plays into each other. Because I've been wanting to write a book for a long time now. I've had it in my heart and in my head. I just haven't been pushing myself. I can't think, I guess what I want to say. When I feel chaotic, or when it feels chaotic around me, I can't think. So I'm setting up goals to kind of further myself along, I guess, like a ladder. I'm not climbing a success ladder, like I'm not climbing a corporate ladder. I'm just climbing a better me ladder, so that I can be a better person for the people that are around me, and so that I can be a more complete person when I come on here, so that I'm not always like one edge or another, or I'm not always crying, and I want to be healthy, all the way around healthy. I want to be physically healthy, mentally healthy, spiritually healthy. So I'm on the road to that. And I look around and I see these other people that are, getting healthy, and they're just like gung ho, and they're like all in, pedal to the metal. But someone like me, I would have been that kind of person. But now, it's hard when you have health problems, especially heart problems, and you have to take things one step at a time, and you have to deal with not only the physical part of that health problem, but the emotional part of that health problem. Anyways, you have to take it slower. You have to take it slower when you're doing stuff like that. So I feel like I could really help people if I can get my act together. I could then help other people, because I can help them take it one step at a time. So, and I want to end with this. I heard a couple of different places Christians talking about self-care is selfish. That's wrong. That is so wrong, because how can you love and care for and give to other people if your cup is not filled? If you are not mentally healthy, if you are not physically healthy, spiritually healthy, then you are just going to bleed bitterness. You're just going to bleed crazy. You're not going to be a sound person to be able to give, to be able to encourage and to lift up and to exhort when you yourself are struggling. So it is important to take care of yourself. I'm not saying that we should be our only focus, because the Bible does say to put other people before us. But if we're going to uplift and serve and love and give to other people, we have to be healthy, spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally healthy. And it's not a bad thing. It should not be stigmatized to say, you have mental health issues or you're struggling with mental health. And I'm so tired of people making people who do struggle with mental health look like, oh, you just don't trust God enough. Or you have a demon. I didn't hear that about myself, but I did hear a person say, people with mental health disorders all have demons. Some maybe, but not all. Our bodies are not perfect, including our minds. And with stress and everything else, sometimes things are just going to happen. And we all, from one point to or another, struggle with mental health. And mental health could be anxiety, depression. It could look like a lot of different things that are way out of our control. So if you struggle with mental health, don't feel bad. It's not something that you've done. You probably don't have a demon. Anyways, that's nonsense. Nonsense. So if we're going to properly care for other people, we have to take care of ourselves. And so I would just encourage you guys, if you're struggling in any of these areas, to make a plan. Make a plan. Make a goal, make a plan, make it into steps. However little the steps have to be at first is just how it is. If your goal is to eat healthier, instead of taking things away, if it's like really a struggle, instead of taking things away, begin to add greens. Begin to fill 1/3 of your plate with greens. If you've got to take baby steps to eventually meet that goal, take baby steps. At least it's something. At least you're moving forward. No matter how giant step or how small the step is, as long as you are moving forward towards your goal, you are in the right place at the right time. And I know for myself, kind of kicking myself into gears, just like Christina, instead of complaining that you have no energy, and instead of complaining that you feel sluggish and you just feel like you're just stuck in mud, do something about it. So there's times where we need to treat ourselves with a little tough love to get ourselves started, but then we also need to know when to take baby steps and work towards it. Because sometimes if you just don't be like me and just jump into stuff. That's just who I am. But don't be like me and just run headfirst into something, because what'll happen is it'll be guilt. You mess up, you'll feel guilty. And then you'll just end up giving up on it altogether because it'll be too mentally stressful. But if you take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and give yourself forgiveness, give yourself forgiveness for messing up, but at the same time, when you need it, give yourself that little tough love to push yourself forward. And then set a picture before your before your eyes. This is why I'm doing it. This is why I'm eating healthy. This is why I'm exercising. This is why I am really fighting to have mental health. This is why I'm working towards this goal. Always having that focus and that picture before your eyes to remind you it's hard, but this is why I'm doing it. And that's what I missed. To be honest, that is the thing that I missed, is having, what is my why? Why am I doing this? I am exercising and eating healthier so that I can help myself, so that I can prolong my life, so that I can then be a better person for other people. Sometimes, okay, when you struggle with health, mental, physical, but emotional, and you have somebody that takes care of you, maybe not all people feel this way, but I definitely feel this way. I don't want to be a burden on Rocky. I don't want him to have to take care of me every time I get sick. And so if I can get to the place where I can do what I can do and then God does the rest, like I need to make sure that I eat healthy. I need to make sure that I exercise and remember to take my medicine so that I take the burden off of Rocky. Now, Rocky would never tell me I'm a burden. He never feels that way. We just do for each other. But it would make me feel better to take care of myself. It would make me feel better to work towards being healthier mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually, so that I can then help other people. So, making goals and having your why is totally important when you're working towards something. Because if you don't have a why, it's easy to lose sight. It's easy to be like, why the heck am I even putting myself through this in the first place? I'm just going to let myself go. And if God wants to take me, he can take me. That's irresponsible. That's being, yes, God can do everything. God can keep us alive. He can take care of us. But to say, I'm not going to do nothing. I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to watch what I eat. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And if God wants me to be alive, then he'll make sure that I'm alive. Like, I can understand, like, we shouldn't worry about everything. We shouldn't worry about, like, oh, is this going to happen today? Is this going to happen today? Because God does take care of us. But we also have to do our part in it. We also have to make sure that we are, to the best of our abilities, safe drivers, or make sure that we're, to the best of our abilities, taking care of ourselves. So, yeah. Long talk today, long conversation. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. I do intend to do like some journal stuff. I want to do like some Bible journaling, and once I get my bag situated, I want to do like what's in my bag and summer favorites and all of that kind of fun stuff. But let me know if these chats help. All right, it was nice talking to you. Have a good day.